Welcome to Camp Shelby Joint Forces Training Center, a Mississippi Military Department installation. Today, we'll be looking at a couple of aspects of the environmental program. The Natural Resources Division of the Environmental Office works with a contract agency as well as the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, the Mississippi Department of Wildlife, Fisheries and Parks, and the U.S. Forest Service to approve plans that manage the stewardship of the 134,000 acres that encompasses Camp Shelby. One aspect of that is the use of prescribed fire to manage the landscape. In the continental United States, the southeastern portion anyway, prescribed fire has been used for thousands of years as a management tool. Used first by the indigenous peoples, then by the European settlers, and now being embraced by the U.S. Forest Service for the management practices in this area. A lot of preparation goes into having a successful prescribed fire. Laying out boundaries, making sure everyone on the team is aware of the role they are playing in the fire, and then on to the test fire. Once they see that the fire being laid on the ground is actually behaving like they expect it to, then the ignition for the rest of the fire will be started. The initial ignition is always a backing fire. As this fire slowly creeps into the block that is being burned, suppression team will come along and make sure they put out the edge of that starting fire to ensure that it does not jump into the next block. At this point, a flanking fire has been set on another boundary of this fire. As you can see, everything is blacked in close to the borders, but the fire on the inside of this block continues to go through the low to mid-story growth. The fire being run through this block is for habitat restoration. Habitat for another portion of the Natural Resources Program, the Gopher Tortoise Restoration Program. It's hard to believe, but what you're looking at is the block that you just saw that had prescribed fire. To most folks, fire looks destructive, but in a healthy longleaf pine ecosystem, it's one of the most important management tools we have. Within just a few weeks, fresh grasses and native plants are already pushing through the ash. That new growth provides food and cover for wildlife, returns nutrients to the soil, and helps maintain open habitat that species like the gopher tortoise depend on. One of the biggest reasons for the success of this program is the Head Start concept. Originally, these tortoises were released at around 2 years of age. Jim Lee, a wildlife biologist with the Nature Conservancy, worked with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service to expand that program so that selected tortoises were head started until they were about 5 years old before the release. By that age, they're essentially adult-sized tortoises. They're much less vulnerable to predators and have a significantly better chance of surviving and becoming part of the breeding population. But the work doesn't stop once they're released. For approximately the first year, these tortoises are extensively monitored using radio telemetry. Biologists track their movements, monitor their health, and make sure they're adapting to the habitat and behaving like a wild native gopher tortoise should. These are just two aspects of the natural resources component of the environmental program at Camp Shelby. We hope you enjoyed this video and come back and see us again in the future.